companies that are utilizing it to help drive are the ones that are much more transformational and having more success.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Jeremiah Hersey here, and today we're going to be talking about Power BI as it relates to Teams. So in this question that we're going to look at today, it's going to ask us, in relation to Teams, Microsoft Teams, how can we create a Power BI report? But as always, we're going to talk a little bit about the different answer choices and how they relate to Power BI. And then we'll go ahead and try to answer the question together. Let's get started. So the question is that you have a project management app that is fully hosted in Microsoft Teams. The app was developed using Microsoft Power Apps, and you need to create a Power BI report that connects to the project management app. Which connector should you select? So we're going to talk a little bit about each one of these. So let's start with Microsoft Teams Personal Analytics. So Microsoft Teams Personal Analytics is a way that you can get an understanding from a business perspective about what is going on within inside of your Teams environment. So this is things like the summary of users, apps, meetings, and it also includes active users. It also tells you the number of engagements such as posts, replies, mentions, and reactions. So it's really a way to kind of analyze what's going on with inside of your Teams environment. It also includes owners and members, and their roles. Additionally, it also has the number of meetings held. So that's what Microsoft Teams Personal Analytics, it's basically a giant summary of what's going on inside of your Teams environment. So as we think about how we should create this Power BI report, it's asking which connector should we select. Well, this Microsoft Teams Personal Analytics really just gives a summary of the information and isn't necessarily a connector that we would use to build this Power BI report. The next one that we're going to talk about is the SQL Server database, and this is just a database that you can connect to with inside of Power BI. And so while this is an available connector that we can use, it might not be the one that we want to choose for this particular question. Then we have Dataverse. Dataverse is Microsoft's database. And this database is used specifically for Teams. It's called Dataverse for Teams. And so anytime you create a application using Microsoft Teams, it's going to use Dataverse as the database. And then we also have a data flow. So a data flow is a self-service cloud-based data transformation technology. You can think of this kind of like the Power Query editor online. So it allows the transformation of data, and what it's really designed for is the sharing of those data transformations across a company unit, so that way everybody can take advantage of the transformations that occur. But as we look at this question, one of the first things that I want to point out here is that the project management app is fully hosted in Microsoft Teams. And this is the key to this question. So anytime you see something like this where it says it's fully hosted in Microsoft Teams, there's really only one option, and that's going to be Dataverse. So anytime you see anything, any question relating to Microsoft Teams as far as fully hosted in Microsoft Teams, it is going to use the Dataverse connector. And so the correct answer would be C in this case, Dataverse. I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. I'll see you in the next one.